Hey yogis, welcome to Tuesday Midday Yoga Flow, as I like to call it, Carrie Yoga. Hopefully the setup is a little bit better. You can see me, there's light. And as always, this midday yoga flow is hopefully between 20 and 40 minutes. And anybody can do it, beginners to intermediate. Again, it's just a good way to get our bodies moving up and away from whatever we're doing throughout the day. Take our mind off any stress and work and just allow our bodies to move and breathe. So always inhale and exhale through the nose. As you inhale, you're trying to find length and space, and with every exhale, you're just kind of getting deeper into the pose. I'll show my friends here. This is Sila. You'll see her during my practice. And my gray cat is around. His name is Ragnar. So feel free to say hello to them. I'm sure they'll be making an appearance. So let's go ahead and get started. Come to a nice, comfortable seated position on your mat, and we will begin with some breathing. If you have a block or a pillow, feel free to sit on that. Get as comfortable as you want to get. Sometimes sitting on a block kind of opens up your hips a little bit more, allows you to sit up nice and tall. So again, just come to that nice, comfortable seated position, however that looks for you. Sitting nice and tall, and just begin to connect with your breath. Again, breathing in and out of the nose. Reaching the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Feeling the rise and the fall of the diaphragm. Focus on sending that breath throughout the body before we begin our yoga flow today. As you ground yourself and draw all your attention to your breath, begin to let go any thoughts, any noise that your mind has. You can recognize and be aware of the noise and the thoughts in your mind. And just as easily as they come, just as easily allow them to go. Again, always coming back to that 3-part body breath. Breathing into the belly, allowing that belly to expand as you inhale into the diaphragm, into the top of the lungs, and then exhaling that out in reverse. It's a great way to still your mind and bring your focus to your breath. Do 3 more rounds of cycles of breath before we begin. Inhaling, exhaling through the nose. As you finish with your breath, again, think of an intention for your practice today. Today's poses are going to center around balance. Even in yoga, we need balance, just as we need balance in our work, in our life, in our relationships, in our family. Lastly, just take a moment to recognize how you feel as you're now connected with your breath before your practice. And then check back in with yourself during practice and after to notice if there's a change in your body, in your mind. And before we begin, let's take one deep inhalation into the nose, and then we will exhale everything out through the mouth. Inhale deeply. And exhale, sighing it all out through the mouth. Slowly begin to open your eyes, bringing your focus back to the light of the room. And let's just start warming up our shoulders. So as we inhale, lift those shoulders towards the ears. And as we exhale, roll them back. Inhale, lift them towards the ears. Exhale, roll them back. Inhale, exhale. One more time. Inhale, exhale. And just reverse the direction. So as we inhale, we're rolling them forward. Exhale, bringing them down. Inhale, rolling them forward. Exhale, down. Do one more. Inhale, exhale. Last time. Inhale, exhale. Good. Inhale, bring your arms out to a T. Exhale, we're just going to give ourselves a nice hug. So bringing the right arm over the left and reaching for your shoulders, just finding a nice hug here. Stretching the back, the shoulders, maybe reaching the elbows up towards the ceiling. One more breath here. Inhale, open the arms against the T, and we're just crossing the left arm over the right, bringing the hands to the shoulders, giving yourself a nice big hug. Maybe with an inhale, reaching the elbows up towards the ceiling. One more breath. Inhale, open those arms up to a T. Exhale, bring the hands to the heart center. And again, we're just warming up here. So let's start with a side body stretch. Seated. Placing your left hand down on your mat to remove your block. The left hand is on the mat. Inhale, the right arm to rise. Again, any neck issues, you can keep your gaze forward or you can look up at that right hand. For a deeper stretch, drop down onto the elbow and forearm. So with every inhale, reaching that arm closer to the mat, finding a deeper stretch in the right side body. One more breath. Inhale, bring the right arm up. And we're just switching sides as we exhale, placing the right palm down on the mat. Inhale, left arm to rise. Again, staying on your palm as you stretch, or coming down onto your elbow and forearm for a deeper stretch. Trying to keep your hip, that left hip, on the mat as you do this. Again, do what feels good for you, honoring your body, coming out of a pose if it doesn't feel good. One more breath. Inhale, bring the left arm back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Here is Sela making an appearance, a bonus if you have a friend. Just going to come onto all fours. We're going to warm up our spine by coming into our cats and cows. So again, making sure the hips are directly over those knees and the shoulders are directly over the wrists. As you inhale, tilting the tailbone, arching the back, and looking up to the ceiling. Pressing at the top of the feet into the mat. Exhale, tuck the chin around the spine, gaze at the belly button. Inhale, center curl. Exhale, round the back pat. Do that 5 more times using your own breath, warming up our spines, warming up our bodies, and just connecting with our breath as we inhale and exhale. Focusing on drawing that navel into the spine. Focus on the core. core stability of anything you do is important. Yoga will certainly strengthen the core. When you're finished, just come to a nice flat back. We tuck the toes and send our hips up to a nice downward facing dog. Pedal the feet here. Shake your head, yes and no. Making sure your palms are pressing into the mat. Try to get those heels as close to the mat as possible, feeling a nice stretch in the hamstrings. You're going to be here for 5 more breaths. So do what feels good. You want to get a little bit deeper, maybe rising up on the tiptoes, maybe bending the knees all the way to the mat, hovering. Just play with the toes. Finding a nice twist by taking opposite hands to opposite ankles. 3 more breaths in downward facing dog. Make sure you're relaxing your jaw. Again, imagining that navel touching the spine. Finding those locks in our body. 1 more breath. This time, as we inhale, I just want you to shift forward, coming into a plank pose. If you need to modify, drop to your knees. Otherwise, stay high on those palms. Again, finding that core strength. Using our core to find strength, stability. Inhale. As you exhale, just shift back into downward facing dog. Do that a few more times. Inhale, shift into plank. Engage the core. Draw that navel to the spine. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Inhale, come back to plank. Exhale, down dog. 1 more time. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Go ahead and walk the hands to meet the feet, coming into our forward fold, Uttanasana. Again, keeping a nice bend in the knee, clasping opposite elbows with opposite hands, swaying back and forth, just allowing your torso to hinge over those hips. Finding a stretch in the hamstrings and in the spine, in the neck. On your next inhale, place those fingertips on the shin, gaze forward, coming into a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise 1 vertebrae at a time, nice and slow. Arms to the side. Gazing up at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. Good. So that is our warm up. We are going to do a couple of sun A's, and then we'll work on balance. So we'll move quickly through the sun A's. So again, stand in mountain pose. Tadasana, palms face out. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, hinge forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step into that plank pose. Engage the core. Inhale, shift forward, tuck the elbows lower down onto your belly. Inhale, keeping the arms by the ribs, come into a nice back bend, baby cobra, pressing the tops of the feet into the mat. Your thighs are on the mat, your belly is touching the mat. Inhale, exhale, tuck the toes, come back to downward facing dog. 2 breaths here. Go ahead and bend the knees, look to the hands, step right, step left, back to the forward fold. 2 breaths. Inhale, come into that halfway, flat back. Exhale, fold. 1 more breath. Inhale, slowly rise, 1 vertebrae at a time, arms up, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, swan dive forward this time. 1 breath, forward fold. Inhale, fingertips to shins, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose. Modify to your knees if needed. Engage the core. Use that visualization of the core touching the spine or the navel touching the spine. Inhale, shift forward. Keep those elbows in tight. Lower down slowly all the way to the belly. Arms, hands by your ribs. Inhale, cobra, however that looks for you, or a modified up dog. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. 1 breath, pedal the feet. Bend the knees, look forward, step right, step left, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising 1 vertebrae at a time. Arms out and up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway, nice flat back, speeding it up some. Exhale, place the hands down, step back, plank pose. 1 breath, engage the core. Inhale, lower down, keeping the elbows in, chaturanga. Inhale, your back bend. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's just drop to our knees, come into a child's pose, either legs together or a wide leg, your choice. And just check in with your body here. Check in with your breath. If you've lost your breath, inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more breaths. Last breath. Inhale, let's come into tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. This time we're just going to walk the feet to meet the hands. Coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up all the way to the top. Clasping our hands together, flipping the palms so they're facing up. Inhale, coming onto your tippy toes. Exhale, down. Inhale, coming onto your tippy toes. Exhale, down. Really pressing the palms up towards the ceiling. 1 more time. Inhale, onto the tippy toes, pressing, finding length. Exhale, come down. Perfect. So we're going to work on those balance poses. Our first balance pose is tree pose. And what we do on one side, we'll do on the other. And we start on the right. So go ahead and plant your left foot into the mat, making sure all 4 corners of that foot is pressing firmly into the mat. For balance poses, you want to find a focal point, something to focus on. When you have something to focus on, you're more able to balance. Now, in saying that, you will notice that one side of your body is better balanced than the other. So the left side might be better than the right side. If you fall out, it's okay. It's smile, have fun. It's yoga. Just come back to the pose. So plant that left foot. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to turn the right foot in towards the inside of the foot. You can place that foot, heel resting on the inside of the shin and just on your tippy toes here. This is a perfect tree pose. You can inhale and grow your tree here. If you want, bring your arms back down to your hips. Bring the foot onto the shin, making sure that leg is open, opening the hip. This is also a good tree. Inhale, grow your tree. Now, important factor in tree pose, you never want to bring your foot directly onto your knee. Not a good idea. So you can use your hands, place that foot into the inside of your leg. And again, you might topple, find your focal point, find your drishti, and when you do, grow your tree. Feel free to use your hands here, it's totally fine. Feel free to wiggle, stumble, engage the core. And when you're ready, inhale, grow the tree. And trees sway, so it's okay. Use your breath. Inhale, finding length, engaging the fingertips, keeping the shoulders away from the ears. Let's stay here for 3 more breaths. You guys look awesome. Last 2 breaths. Last breath. We are going to transition into our warrior 3. So release your right leg. Bring your hands to that knee. And as you inhale, you're going to push that right leg back, hinging forward. Again, you can keep your hands right on your hips. Try to get your back parallel with the floor. Flexing that back foot. Finding your drishti. Again, you can stay here with your arms on your hips. Your arms can come out or they can come behind you. And again, it's okay if we stumble and fall. It's just yoga. 1 more breath. I'm going to turn as we release from warrior 3. Just going to drop that back leg. Come to a 90-degree position on that back foot. And as we switch sides, technical issues, just coming into warrior 2. It'll be better on the other side, trust me. So transition from warrior 3, drop that back leg, coming into warrior 2. Take a couple of breaths here, making sure our hips are square, engaging our fingers, and keeping our arms parallel with our shoulders. 1 more breath. Inhale, shift forward, flip the palm, and let's just reverse the warrior. Again, your gaze can be at your foot or at your hand. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands down. Now here, you can go straight to down dog or you can go through your vinyasa. Vinyasa, you're going to come into plank pose. Inhale, shift forward, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. And we will do that just going onto the left side of our body. So bend the knees, inhale, step that left foot forward, and then the right. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rising up, arms up, gazing at the thumbs. Exhale, hands to heart center. And we're just switching sides. So we are going to plant the right foot, again, pressing all four corners of that foot into the mat. Hands come to our hips. Again, turning that left foot, just bringing the toe tips onto the mat and the heel to the inside of the shin. Find your balance. This is a perfect tree pose. And when you feel balanced and you have your focal point, you can bring your arms up as you inhale, making sure you're engaging your fingers, keeping your shoulders down, opening up the heart, and opening the chest. If this hurts your shoulders, bring your hands down, turn those pinky fingers in towards the ears, cactus arms. Now again, you can bring the foot onto the shin, never on the knee, above the knee. And again, when you're ready, you can grow your tree. Feel free to use your hands to get into the position of your choice. We'll be here for 5 breaths. Making sure we're not holding our breaths, but we're inhaling and exhaling through the nose, allowing our bodies to sway, engaging that core to find strength and balance. 3 more breaths. And last breath here, yogis. Again, we're going to transition out of this into warrior 3. I'm going to turn, make it a little bit better. So release that leg. Bring your hands to your knee. And as you exhale, bring that leg back, hinging over the hips. Pushing it back behind you, flexing the foot. Again, you want to get your back parallel with the floor. You can stay here. Your arms can be out or they can be behind you. Find your focal point. Continue breathing. If you need to bring your hands down, it's totally fine. Bring your hands down, maybe find your focal point from here. And then when you're ready, come back into the full warrior 3. 2 more breaths. Last breath. I'm going to switch sides again. So as you inhale, bringing your torso up. Exhale, plant that left foot down, or your right foot down rather, coming into warrior 2. Inhaling, opening the arms, making sure that left knee isn't over the ankle. Keeping arms in a line with the shoulders gazing over the fingertip. Inhale, shift forward, flip the palm. Exhale, reverse the warrior. Again, gazing at the foot or the right hand, just finding a nice stretch in your side body. I think I'm on the wrong side of you guys. I apologize. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, cartwheel the hands. Again, you have the option to go straight to your down dog or go through your vinyasa. Vinyasa, step back to plank pose. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, lower down. Chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Coming up off the thighs, pressing in to the mat. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Drop to the knees. Drop onto your right hip. Come into a seated position, knees bent, soles of your feet on the floor. We're going to come into both toes, again, using that core a little bit, using our balance. Inhale, lift your legs. You can keep them bent. This is modified boat. You place your hands behind your knees if your core isn't that strong, or if you're still working on this pose. Or you can inhale, bring the arms out, keeping the spine nice and straight. Sometimes I like to put a block there so I know I'm not sinking into the mat. And again, use that core. Tap the toes down, starting with your right foot. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Tap. And also bring your hands to heart center. 5 more taps. Smiling. Last tap. Go ahead and bring those hands behind the knees. Bring your knees to your chin. You're using that block behind you, release it. And then just slowly come down to a nice flat back. Keeping your knees bent. And again, we're gonna use the core. Just finding some dynamic movement here. So as you inhale, bring your right arm over your head. And as you exhale, you're just bringing the knee to the hand and then extending. It's just a movement. Inhaling, bringing your hand to your knee. Exhale, lengthen. Maybe you can lift your feet off the ground for this. So then you're essentially hovering and using that core a little bit more. So bringing the knee to the hand, then exhaling. Don't let the leg drop. Let it hover over the mat. Bring it back to the hand. Inhale, bring it back to the hand. Exhale, go deeper into the pose. Again, you can keep your feet on the mat for this too. 2 more times. Last one. Perfect. Inhale, bring the knees to your chest. Rock back and forth. And we're just going to switch sides. So again, you can bring your right leg. Keep it bent. Sole of the foot on the mat. And then we're just going to do the left. Or you can hover. So your choice. Inhale that knee. Exhale. Hand over head. Lengthening the leg. Hovering over the mat. Inhale. Knee up. Exhale. Lengthening. Hovering over the mat. Modify as you need, but focus on engaging the core. Three more times. Last 2. And last 1. Inhale, bring the knees to the chest. Exhale, rock side to side. Go ahead and let both your knees drop to the right side of your body. Open your arms to a T. And again, we're just going to use some dynamic movement here, making sure our shoulders are staying pressed into the mat. So we're just going to windshield wiper our knees here. Inhale, bringing them up to the center. Exhale, dropping them to the side. Inhale, bringing them to the center. Exhale, drop them to the side. Again, using that core to make sure that we're not flopping all over the place and we're not bringing our shoulders up. We're stabilizing our shoulders, pressing them into the mat, using the core as we inhale, coming into the center, using those muscles, those obliques. Do this 10 more times. Really staying flat on our mat, pressing those shoulders in and engaging the core. Maybe allowing those knees to just cover. Then inhale. Exhale, let them cover. Inhale. Exhale, let them cover. Inhale. 5 more times. If you need to take a break, just exhale your legs to one side and just stay here in a supine twist. Last 2 times. And inhale, knees to chest. Exhale, rock side to side. Go ahead and bring your soles of your feet together, coming into a nice butterfly pose. As we come to our final poses of our midday flow, tucking the shoulder blades, getting the soles of the feet as close to our sitting bones as possible, placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. And allow your breath to even out here. I don't use a lot of Sanskrit when I teach. This is reclined butterfly pose. In Sanskrit, it's Baddha, Konasana. Fun fact, when I was learning Sanskrit, I used to use this as a cuss word to my kids. I don't know why, but it was just super fun. When I got angry, I could say Baddha, Konasana. So, fun fact about me. Take 5 more breaths here. Again, as we come into our final poses, our breath should be evening out. Pose is opening up our hips. We've been sitting for a while. This pose is great before bed, before you get on an airplane, or a long car ride. Just allowing the hips to find stretch. Space. Last 2 breaths. Again, let's just find another hip opener heel. Inhale, coming into happy baby, bending the knees. Either grabbing on the outside of the feet or the inside, so you can use those elbows to press the knees open a little bit more, pressing the knees closer towards the mat. So check out what feels more comfortable, either the inside or the outside of the feet for you. Pressing those hands into the soles of the feet, bringing the knees closer to the mat, and then just finding a nice little rock side to side, engaging the core, making sure we're not falling to one side or the other. Maybe bending one knee and straightening the other leg, stretching the hamstring. And switching sides, bending the other knee, straightening the other leg. Stretching the hamstrings and the calf. Just opening those hips. And rocking side to side. Ananda Balasana, happy baby. 2 more breaths. Last breath here. Release your hands. Drop your feet to your mat. Lengthen the legs. Let the feet splay open. Tuck the hips. Tuck the shoulder blades, arms come to your side, palms face up, Shavasana. Again, if you don't have time for Shavasana, I always recommend at least a 1 or 2 minute Shavasana. But if not, just come back into a nice seated position. Check back in with your intention of your practice. Check back in with your body. Notice how you feel. Notice if you were able to let go of the noise your mind creates. Let go of the thoughts and the tasks and the to-dos in your mind during your practice. Just allow your body to relax and rejuvenate after the hard work. Give your body some gratitude for the movement that it allowed you to do today. Again, feel free to stay in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can roll onto your side, push yourself up, keeping your eyes closed, coming into a nice, comfortable seated position. I'm ending my practice today in a seated butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. Reaching my crown of my head tall, nice and tall, finding length and space, bringing my hands to the heart center. Thank you for coming to your mat today, for flowing during this Tuesday midday yoga session. Hopefully you found some balance, and hopefully you just found some peace from your day and some movement to breathe and just be yourself. And deepest gratitude, namaste. And I always just like to close with a little bit of gratitude. Thank you guys for showing up today. If you have any questions, feel free to shoot us a message on our Boulder Crest Facebook page, and we will get to you as soon as possible. I look forward to these sessions. It's definitely been a bright spot during this uncertain time to offer yoga to our friends and our followers here. So spread the word. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am, and I'll see you on Thursday at 2 p.m. Flow on, yogis.